I'm Tom Klinner. I have a practice in Ooltewah, Tennessee, which is actually in the city limits of Chattanooga, Tennessee, where we do functional anti-aging and regenerative medicine. I was traditionally trained in internal medicine, and I'm boarded in internal medicine. Became interested in hormone therapy about 7 or 8 years ago. Learned about A4M about 3 years ago, and have just recently finished a fellowship. We're rapidly transitioning from traditional medicine into functional and anti-aging medicine. People are beginning to come from 50 to 100 miles away, being told by their friends, you need to go see this little doc down in Ooltewah, Tennessee. We do a lot of stress medicine. Most of the things that happen in the body happen because of stress. We have a little device that kind of measures the effects of stress on the body that we can do, and immediately it will give us an idea of what might be the most appropriate test to do from there. We do a lot of therapies that have to do with the adrenal gland and the thyroid gland and the pituitary and that axis. If the adrenal gland's been down long, if you've been stressed a long time, the adrenal gland wants to shut the thyroid down too. So a lot of people who have thyroid disease also have adrenal issues that need to be checked into. We also do a lot with food allergies, and intestinal permeability, or leaky gut is a slang term. So we do a lot of mitochondrial testing through organic acids, and so we try to balance out the sex hormones with the thyroid, with the adrenal glands, and improve intestinal permeability, get rid of parasites, yeast infections out of the GI tract, and balance metabolism. The GI tract not only has to do with the immune system, but it also has a lot to do with brain function. For instance, in traditional medicine, we were taught that people that have irritable bowel syndrome have anxiety that's causing the bowels to cause the problems. And it looks like now that for the vast majority of people, that the bowel is creating the toxins or the neurotransmitters that are affecting the brain and causing the anxiety. So it's backwards from what we thought. We know that those antibodies that come from the GI tract can cross-react with any tissue in the body. For instance, we now know that children who develop diabetes at an early age and need to have insulin, that it is an antibody to a food allergy that's destroying the beta cells in the pancreas. So the GI tract antibodies can cross-react with any tissue in the body. So they can cause anxiety, depression, ADD, cause chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. They can turn on the immune system and cause autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid or lupus or celiac disease. And they can cross-react with tissues on their own. You know, the antibody response that most people are familiar with is if you get rheumatic fever when you develop strep throat, your body makes an antibody to strep that recognizes the mitral valve in your heart as being strep, and over time it destroys that valve. This science with the GI tract antibodies is so new that we don't know exactly what they might attach to, but we know how to shut it off. We know how to correct those food allergies and get those to resolve and heal the gut so that we can turn off that process. And I'm no longer surprised at the symptoms that go away when I'm able to do that. And it usually helps people's energy, helps their sleep, and just helps their overall sense of well-being. We have a lot of people come to us for weight loss too, and a whole host of reasons that people have trouble losing weight. And a lot of times it has to do with the mitochondrial function, or the thyroid's down, the hormones are out of balance. So we find that when we balance them metabolically, get that mitochondria functioning well, so that your body's using your food to make energy as the best you can, then the weight starts to come down. If you'd like to know more, just go to my website. All of my contact information is there.